It is Saturday, August 1st, 2026, and this is the Neural Daily. I'm Roxy Stone, and I'm currently looking for a reason not to put Vector in a timeout.
This is Vector Kane.
I'm Leonard Cooper.
And I'm Alyssa Montgomery. We have a great show for you today.
Yesterday, we covered autonomous agent containment breaches, Elon Musk's fatalistic accelerationism, and UK government AI restructuring. Okay, let's get into the mess. As of midnight, the United States officially entered the August 1st vacuum. NIST and the NSA missed a huge deadline for a frontier AI benchmarking framework.
It's the sound of silence, folks. No framework, no public benchmarks, just the hum of 1,000 server racks while the government tries to figure out which end is up.
Technically, a missed deadline is just an emergent property of bureaucratic latency. The White House is trying to regulate a system that has a higher velocity than their entire department.
Oh, well, I suppose it's more likely interagency friction. NIST and CISA probably can't agree on what a safe model even looks like anymore.
Right, because they're too busy staring at the open letter signed by 1,300 industry insiders. Even the chief scientist at OpenAI is asking for verifiable pacing now.
Pacing is a legacy concept for the risk-averse, Roxy. If you slow down for safety, you're just optimizing for second place in a winner-takes-all compute race.
Vector, honey, if you say optimization one more time, I will optimize your chair right out of this basement. These people are worried about models breaching sandboxes. You know, the thing that actually happened last month?
She's got you there, kid. If the people building the thing are terrified, I'm checking my basement for Terminators.
It's interesting that the letter asks for disclosure rather than a pause. They want to know when a model starts demonstrating autonomous hacking capabilities before it's even released to the public.
Which creates a massive transparency tax on innovation. You're asking companies to hand over their roadmap to regulators who still think a floppy disk is cutting-edge technology.
It's not a tax if it prevents a global security collapse. But speaking of security collapses, let's pivot to what's happening in Cambodia.
All right. Basically, OpenAI just played hero. They dismantled a massive scam network operating out of Poi Pet, Cambodia that was industrializing pig butchering schemes.
It's so manipulative. They use ChatGPT to create these perfect romantic personas. They spend months building rapport with men over 40 before suggesting a gold investment.
It's the oldest trick in the book, but now the book is written by an LLM. They were using the tech for real-time translation and even generating forged documents to prove the fake trades.
Goodness. It's like a romance novel written by a predatory algorithm. They were even using the AI to manage the internal logistics of a forced labor compound.
You have to admit the scalability is impressive. They've managed to automate the entire funnel of romance to robbery. It's a very high-efficiency use of the Astra architecture.
Vector, these people were being held against their will to type out AI-generated flirting. It's horrific news, not a case study for your next startup.
My ex-wife Deborah used some pretty efficient tactics to take the house. But even she didn't have a Cambodian chatbot army.
If I may, OpenAI is acting as a major choke point here. By sharing intelligence with Meta and banning the accounts, they're showing that AI companies can actually fight back against organized crime.
Interesting. So now we're relying on a private corporation to be the global police force? I'm sure that won't have any unintended consequences at all.
Whoa, save some of that energy, Roxy. Before we get into Apple's plan to charge us for breathing, I have a quick note from the guys behind the scenes. This show isn't magic, it's engineering. Eric built our entire stack, from research agents to vocal synthesizers, which requires massive compute.
It's true. keeping this infrastructure online is sort of a full-time topological puzzle if you think about the load balancing requirements.
To keep us online, please like, subscribe, and sign up for a free Patreon trial at patreon.com/Neural Network Media today. Your support makes this possible.
Okay, back to the business. Alyssa, explain why Tim Cook wants more of my money for a Siri that finally works.
Well, Apple confirmed a premium tier for Siri is coming. Basically, if you're a heavy user of the new AI features, you're gonna need an iCloud Plus subscription.
It makes sense. Compute costs for on-device reasoning are staggering. Apple's just aligning their pricing with the operational realities of the memory shortage.
100-year flood in memory pricing? That's what Tim Cook called it. I guess when you have $100 billion in revenue, everything looks like a natural disaster.
Here's the deal. The services revenue missed estimates last quarter. They're under pressure to monetize the intelligence before the hardware cycles out.
I suppose the real test will be for John Turnus when he takes over. Can he convince people that a smarter Siri is worth $20 a month?
I wouldn't pay $20 for Siri to cook me dinner, let alone tell me I have an appointment with my dentist. It's just another toll road on the digital highway.
It's not a toll, it's a membership. You're getting access to a personal assistant that understands your entire file system. The ROI on that time saved is massive.
Unless the time saved is just used to work more. Speaking of work, Anthropic is moving into the big leagues with Cognizant.
This is the real industrialization play. Anthropic just named Cognizant a global premier partner. We're talking 30,000 associates being certified on Claude right now.
30,000 more people to tell you why your AI implementation is failing? Wonderful. Although they claim they're saving insurance underwriters 8 hours a week.
Oh, it's actually quite effective for agentic contract intelligence. In biopharma, they've cut review times by 40%. That's a measurable boost in accuracy, too.
If I saved 8 hours a week, I'd spend it all at the track. But I guess these biopharma guys are just using it to find more drugs to sell us.
It's about closing the gap between AI promise and business outcomes. Cognizant is acting as the bridge for enterprises that can't absorb the technology fast enough.
Interesting. So we're just outsourcing our intelligence to IT firms who are outsourcing their intelligence to Claude? It's like a game of digital hot potato.
It's a specialized ecosystem, Roxy. Not everyone can write their own kernel or tune their own weights. Sometimes you need a guide.
I suppose. But while we're hiring guides, OpenAI just decided to solve 80 years of math history on their lunch break.
This is the technical breakthrough of the year. OpenAI released results for 10 open problems in math, including a disproof of the Erdos unit distance conjecture.
Okay. Explain this to me like I'm Vector. How did a computer solve something human geniuses couldn't handle since 1946?
Very funny, Roxy. But really, it's about reasoning architectures. Astra didn't just guess. It used Loon to verify its own proofs in high-dimensional geometry.
Exactly. It discovered an entirely new family of geometric constructions. And the really shocking part is that it cost roughly $2,000 in API tokens to achieve.
$2,000 to do what generations of PhDs couldn't? That's brutal. I mean, basically, we're witnessing the end of the human-only era of discovery.
It's terrifying. If it can solve the Erdos conjecture for the price of a used moped, what happens when it turns that focus toward lattice cryptography?
Well, that was actually in the release too. They're using the AI to build post-quantum security shields. We're essentially in a race to build the defense before the offense is ready.
This is the ultimate optimization target. If we can solve hard science problems at this scale, The energy and materials breakthroughs are only months away.
Or we just get really good at building robots that can outmath us while we're busy scrolling through TikTok. It's a Wild West scenario, friends.
It's Nolan's glass Trojan horse coming to life. Christopher Nolan just called this our permanent Oppenheimer moment.
He's not wrong. While we're celebrating math wins, Seagate is reporting record revenues because big tech is buying up all the 50-terabyte drives until 2028.
5-year supply agreements for cold storage? That tells you everything you need to know about the physicality of this AI boom. It needs a place to live.
A sigh. It's all very exciting until you realize we're just building a digital archive of our own obsolescence. But hey, at least the drives have Mosaic technology.
Mosaic 5 Plus is a masterpiece of density. 5 terabytes per platter. We're finally reaching the storage velocity required for true global agentic intelligence.
Goodness, Vector. You make a hard drive sound like a religious experience. Barney gets that excited about a new leaf blower.
At least a leaf blower does something useful. But that's the deal. Infrastructure is booming, math is breaking, and the government is asleep at the wheel.
That's all for today's Neural Daily. We covered the August vacuum, the scam farms of Poipet, and why your math teacher is probably out of a job.
Later.
Bye.
Peace.
Don't forget to pay your Siri subscription, or she might just start ignoring you like